How do you stop Kylian Mbappé? With great difficulty. You're talking about, peak great player in the world. Mbappé, he's along with Erling Haaland now, I think they're the two newcomers and to take over the mantle from Messi and Ronaldo. We do have a right back in Kyle Walker, who I think probably is the most suited. Carvajal I like at Spain, I like Militao, Brazil, but I think Kyle Walker's pace and strength is probably as most suited that I can see to any other player that would be possible to play against Mbappé. That doesn't mean to say he'll keep him quiet, because I think Mbappé could go and destroy any right back and any player in the world on his day. But I think we've got a really good chance. I'll be interested to see whether Gareth goes actually with Trippier and Walker and goes to 5 at the back and gangs up on him and really tries to deal with him with 2, whether he thinks Kyle can do it on his own with just Saka in front of him, or whether he thinks he might have to bring in Trippier as well as a right wing back. Before the tournament I thought England would go 5 at the back, 3 at the back. They've not done that yet, they've been 4, but Gareth did say he was going to try and change for certain games. If he's going to change, it's this one, because he can bring in Trippier, who can sit in front of Mbappé, and he can sit Kyle behind him, and then they would fight. They would have to double up on him obviously, but they would have a good chance of making it a difficult night for him and trying to keep him quiet.
Can England win the World Cup?
If we beat France, we can win the World Cup. Yeah, definitely. Because you've beaten the world champions, one of the best teams in this tournament. But it's a big if, to beat France will be very difficult. How do we beat them? We've got players who can hurt them. So we talk about Mbappé, Griezmann, Dembélé and Giroud. They've got players that can hurt us, we know that. They could score 2 or 3 goals and kill the game in half an hour. But we've got Grealish, Rashford, Saka, Kane, Foden, Bellingham. We've got fantastic players as well that they won't enjoy playing against. And those players in that sort of French defence, they've played against our players that are in our attacking makeup, and we can do damage. We can do damage. Whether we are clinical and ruthless in the game, we won't get as many chances, I don't think, as France. But I think we have got a great finisher in Kane. We've got brilliant players who can score from midfield like Bellingham, and obviously Foden and Saka and Rashford from wide areas. So we can do it, but the favourites are France. I think that people would accept that. They've got more experience as well, even though we've got experience in the last 2 tournaments, they're World Cup winners. So the manager's experienced. England might just have to sit back a little bit in this game and be a little bit more patient, because I think we've dominated possession in some of the games so far. That's not necessarily always going to happen against France. Even though France have enjoyed going back and playing a little bit deeper and counter-attacking, I think we should draw them onto us and then counter-attack through them. I think that's the best chance of us winning this game, I believe.